What's up, sippers, and welcome back to another cup of conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your girl T.
And I'm your girl Chit Chat Coco.
And welcome back to another episode. This is episode 98.
Yes.
Back on the pink couch. You know how we do.
Back with another banger.
Yeah. Another week to give y'all some more of our thoughts and opinions. And we're that much closer to episode 100. We're going to give y'all the deets on how to be a part of episode 100. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Girl, you want to be on TikTok bad.
Let me stop.
Girl, so let's start our episode how we usually do. How you feeling? How you dealing?
Goofy as hell.
Obviously. You love a eater.
Yeah.
It's the morning cracklings for you. I don't know who this person is. Y'all, I had to teach Coco. Okay, so
it's
like I didn't even tell.
Though.
Right. But why when you messaged me, I knew what you was talking about. So because we didn't fill y'all in on this. The other maybe 3 weeks ago. I think we talked about this last year about man, our sex drive just ain't been as live as it used to be. Mm-hmm. So maybe a couple months ago, I started taking this little Damiana tea, and my sister told me it's for women's health, reproductive health, and it helps fibroids and all this other stuff, but it also just makes you feel very feminine and horny. Mm-hmm. So it gives you very when I'm drinking it, I be feeling soft. I want to ask questions. I want stuff to be done for me. I don't know. It gives you this mood. She be telling me that she roll it up with her weed too, but I don't do all that. I just drink it. Drink it. But they say you could sprinkle it across, so you could do however you like. But I've been on that Damiana hard. And
really?
Baby, I've been getting the morning crackings. And one day I put that on my note on Instagram. And Coco was like, oh, where you get them from? Y'all, I'm like, get them from? I knew in her mind that she was thinking about crackalins instead of cracking. So I had to game her green ass on what a crack was and what it means to be cracked. Yeah.
Crack like an egg.
And if you an auntie like Coco, just ask your niece or something. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. It's too...
I mean, I just asked. I used to love crackling, so I was thinking a morning one. What they got to be?
You thought they had breakfast cracklings and shit?
Yeah, I was like, that sounds good.
Yeah, but the morning cracks ain't nothing like them. Ain't nothing like it. Not the ones your fried died later to the side. I'm talking about the ones your man give you.
Yeah.
Or whoever
but no,
you
I'm
get.
feeling goofy and I'm just vibing today. I'm chilling. I ain't got much
I'm telling you, those work wonders for your attitude, for your day. You know, it keeps you in a positive mental
It takes
space.
all of the whatever tension that you have built up right here, it takes it away. Stress
too. Any stress, you got a lot going on in your mind. You got a lot of fuck it in your system that either get it done or fuck it. That's it. That's all. The morning crackings will do something to you. So I'm feeling good too. I mean, I'm feeling energetic about the 100th episode. I'm really excited about that, y'all. I hope y'all, I know y'all gonna come out, especially our supporters, the ones that, like we said, the 30, 40, the 40, the 50 y'all that watch. I wish YouTube told us names.
I know.
I wish because we'll call y'all. I love when people be like, yeah, I seen that episode. I'll go through that shit real quick and be like,
no, you didn't.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like that. After a few research. It needs
to be TikTok. Huh?
Yeah,
so
views. TikTok messy. It'll say, this many people hearted your shit. This many people just looked at your shit. I say, oh, that's messy.
Oh, they real messy.
That's messy. But the people do, I think YouTube is not a thing that people are used to liking and commenting on because people will just watch on YouTube.
I do it too.
Me too. I do too. Even when it's sermons that I loved, I done sent to somebody or YouTube podcast I love, I done sent to somebody. I forgot to like that motherfucker.
Yeah, I do that.
Y'all, don't forget to like us.
So
share, comment, do all that. I'm feeling good, girl. I'm going to get right into my main topic for today, though. Where's my... Because we've been forgetting our cards, y'all. I got to stop. All right, so what I want to talk about today was the respect level from men that women get when they present themselves a certain way. Mm-hmm. So we always been taught that less is more. Mm-hmm. Yes, less. I was going to say more is less. Mm-hmm. Less is more. Mm-hmm. The less you try to get their attention, the more that you will actually get their attention.
Right.
And I think we kind of like, I think music, hip hop specifically, has shaped us into a society where we think like more is less. Like, show your ass, tell him what you'll do, tell him how you'll suck it from the back and all this, and then he'll like you. But the men saying that's not what they like. I think it's contrary to belief. I think that they like the more you show type thing, because the girls that from the algorithms and the likes and stuff, it looks like that's what y'all like. You know what I mean? The more modest girls don't get that kind of same attention. They don't get that same kind of engagement. She can be on there talking about the most holistic, best things that she could be talking about, and it's not catching you like that. And I'm not even gonna say not all men, because some men that's their thing. They love the Erykah Badu's with the hairy underarms. They love the natural, but for a lot of them, they love the Aries, the Jadas, of the world. So I wanted to pose the question, like the mindset of the type of woman that I want to talk about, the women mindset first before I talk about the men that we attract. Do you think that it is intentional, not just by the clothes you wear, the tone you set for a man's, for wanting a man's respect? Do you think it's intentional by most women, or do you think that we just kind of go with the flow and hope they like what we giving?
I would definitely say it's intentional. I think our whole entire existence is based around what men would like to please men. So I wouldn't say that it's just fly by night type of thing, because, even from a little girl and, onward, we always talk like, oh, no man ain't gonna want no dirty woman. You clean because you could wash your cat a certain way, because you got to give it to a man. You got to present it to him. Like, it's not
because you want it to be clean.
Like, it's like, it's always been surrounded like, a man, how can he benefit from whatever you're doing? So I think that it's always been that way.
Okay. So like we've been talking about, women, a lot of women do structure their whole existence, their whole being around what a man would be pleased by. Do you think that they're more attracted to these women that show more because of their tone, or they just like what they see, they feel like it's easy access? Or do you think those women actually have a soft touch? Because what I'm trying to see is, do the people like Aries have a soft touch? Because meanwhile, she is out there showing her ass on the internet, but she has men that are willing to marry her, men that is willing to be in relationships with her for years, propose to her, or do things like that. Do you think that they respect that, or that's just what they like, and they just happy that she proud of herself and not modest? This is just a type.
I do believe that. So honestly, I think that it's a twofold type of thing. I think what you're getting, what you're wanting out of the situation has more for men. Like what they're wanting out of it is, if you wanting your dick wet, like, is that what you, if that's what you want, then you might feel like you can get that because of how she's presenting.
Right.
But I think that we also have to be also intentional about the people are people beyond what they show. You get what I'm saying? They still have, like you said, does she have a soft side? When you finally see her for who she really is she that nurturing type of person?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she very well could be. Just because she likes to show her body doesn't mean that. Now, I will say a lot of times men like the idea of women like that, but in reality, will they be with somebody like that long-term marriage type of thing? I don't think that they go for that for marriage. I think they go for that for fun, and and then I think a lot of times when they go for it for fun, they realize that, oh, she can be both.
Yeah.
She fun and, you know what I'm saying? But I think that the idea, a lot of people also have in mind is what other people think, and I think that's what keeps you from settling with a person that might be deemed like a hoe, or like, or just sexually,
right. But with the shoe on the other foot, like women who are not like, or who are more modest, and do you think that they demand a certain kind of respect from men? Or like, they're not easily approachable as Ari would be?
No, I think that's the illusion that it might have, but I don't think that, because I feel like in TikTok, I know that ain't the world, but TikTok has showed me that you can be all of that modest and everything else and still be getting played with and still be getting played in your face. Like, so, I don't think they make nobody stand on business. If anything, I feel like the women, like Aries, make people stand on business more, because it's like either you want this and you gonna play by the rules, or you ain't gonna have this type of thing.
And that's what I'm kind of like trying to figure out here from a man's perspective. Like, you have the girls like Ari that, like you said, you gonna do what I say if this is what you like. You see this, I'm showing you. You see this, like, and you gonna do whether it come with buying something or know or just being a certain stature of a man. You gonna do whatever I want you to do because you see the prize, you see the But then they have those women that men are mysterious about, and they try to act like they like them more. But I think that they're more willing to do and fold for the Aries. Like if you show them what they can get, they like, yeah, this is what I know I gotta work for.
But the thing is, I don't even think it's a Ari type of woman versus another type of woman. I think that it's who holds that in their hand type of thing. Like, whether you show your body or not, do you hold that part of a woman that a man is like, I'm willing to do whatever.
Right. That's why I say it goes far beyond what she wears, because it's like she has to be commanded some kind of respect, because there's a lot of girls out there showing their ass and still not getting X, Y, and Z. She has to be demanding some kind of respect or some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of like, she has to be assertive, like ultimatum, putting her foot down about something.
And you have to be some type of woman that can change a man from you being there. So, for instance, I know that he compared Suge and Ari about looks or whatever, but that's a great comparison. Suge gonna be online with her BBL, showing her butt, walking, doing her walk. Ari gonna do her walk. But those are two different women.
Right? No, for real.
What Suge putting up with finesse
is not what Ari putting up with at all.
Like,
exactly.
Like, you have the same, like, women was saying in the comments, I could be showing my body and all this, but my man would still have a certain level of respect to not even put me in certain situations.
Exactly.
You're talking about going to jail for drugs, and that man, you have shown
had
you don't have that
threesomes of thruples online.
Yeah, you don't hold in your hand what a woman should hold for a man to look at you with that high regard, whether you showing your ass or not.
So with that, do you think that women naturally command this respect, or is that something learned, taught from their parent, from their mama, or like?
I think it's something you have to learn and you have to be taught, because I think that if you have a male-centered mom that taught you to be male-centered, then you will get the short end of a stick, because you're willing to lay down at the thought of just the idea of having a man. You get what I'm saying? If your whole identity is around, I have a man, and that's all it is not having a man that cares about me, a man that holds me to a high regard because I'm this type of woman, then you're going to be, one of the people that you don't have it. You weren't taught how to be who you needed to be in order for a man to want you and care about you enough. Yeah. So I think it is taught. We have a lot of women that, I say, me and my friends, we always talk about, like, I always say, oh my God, I thank God for my mama. And she always say, girl, I thank God for my mama. Like, we thank God for having mamas like us, because it's people putting up with some stuff that you'll be like off the back, like, why?
And to be honest, if I could just give y'all a transparency moment, like, I didn't have a male-centered mama, but I also had one of the mamas who don't give a fuck about me. And so she don't care about impressing or nothing like that. So I kind of had to teach myself that. And I could be like the baddest thing walking, but still don't have that same kind of, I ain't got them by the grips of the balls like some of these old, I'm like, bro, you got him to do what? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it kind of almost seemed unbelievable to somebody who
haven't been doing that,
who thought they had to, like, okay, I'm not going to say look a certain way, because I already had the look going for me. I'm going to say, like, had to have a certain persona. I have to have a certain, like, I have to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, do this and this, and then he'll respect me. You know what I mean? Right. It's not like the aura that commands that respect. And I feel like there are women who just have that aura that kind of, like, it is something that you say, I think it's taught, but it's also like a natural thing too. Because there's some girls that like those girls that people call uppity or preppy that. And you just ain't gonna walk up like the regular nigga in the club ain't gonna just walk up to because he probably in his mind, yes, looking at her from across the room and he think, shit, she ain't gonna talk to me or me? Like.
But then I think that's not true too. I think that's true. I mean, but I think that goes to show you that from both sides of the coin, a man and a woman, what has to be taught is a level of confidence about yourself.
And that's
where it starts.
Yeah.
If you looking at across the room, if I've been taught on this side of the room, I'm the shit and I can get anybody in the room. Yeah. That's what I've been taught. That's how I'm gonna move. If you, on the other hand, have always been taught that play it safe, I don't know, you ain't got enough money. Your money gonna be the determining factor. You can get these.
You don't want to get on nobody's nerves, or you know what I'm saying. This what rich men like, so you got to do X, Y, and Z. Exactly. You don't want to.
Instead of being a nigga like shit, I'm coming with who I am. Like she gonna like me for me. She gonna like me because I'm funny. She gonna like me because I'm whatever it is that you do have minus what you don't have.
Right.
If you grew up being taught to capitalize on what you don't have versus what you do have, then that's what's going to make or break the relationship or the conversation. Or you step into a girl like a Ari, or you step into a girl like Michelle Obama, whatever.
Yeah. So you basically almost just answered my question. Is it confidence or is it standards?
It's both.
Yeah. I think it is. Because I feel like when we talk about Ari, like she's moving in confidence, but she's also saying, I'm not going to allow nobody to do this. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to allow nobody to do less than this. Mm-hmm. I understand where you came from. I understand your story. That's all fine and dandy.
But I don't
want it though. Yeah, exactly. I don't want it.
And she be honest and keeping her
So, but that's all. Is that okay to say? Like,
yes, it is. Let me say this. Do you remember?
Teach me something because this is a lot.
But at the party, do you remember when my sister, and I think Bree might have said it is, but it probably be sometimes when people have too high standards. Remember when we started talking about that? And me and the other Bree was like, it ain't no such thing as too high standards. Right. It's really not. And I seen a video, and we were just on the phone like 2 nights ago, me and the older Bree. We were talking, and she had sent me a video that I had already seen that I loved because a lady came on and she was basically saying how am I wrong for saying that I want to live in a brownstone with this many kids? My kids go to a private school. I do this. I go on about this many vacations a year. I do all of these things that she just wants for her life, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Are my standards too high?" Because when I'm dating men, and they're like, "Oh, you want all that? I want a housekeeper to come to the house." And the stitch came in of a popular influencer, and she was like, "No." She was like, "You can never say somebody's standard is too high, especially when you actively see people having these things.
Right?
These are things that people are having. Why do you say that for me?" Like that because like I say, and me and my friend, we have this so much in common. We both live in the Lululand. Like if I want it, I don't care about if it looks like it's too high or if it's too much. Like if I'm being true to who I am and I'm saying like, I can't lie and say I
don't like it.
I don't like it.
No,
like,
I don't like that. That's
too much.
That's too much. Just because I can't afford it. But a lot of people trick themselves like that into being like, if it's not something that I can attain, like if I feel like I really can't obtain it, then they try to tell themselves they don't like it. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like it's a hard needle to thread because as soon as you asked the question like, what if I want a brownstone or something like that? The first question in my mind that came up was, what do I got to do to get that? Mm-hmm. Like, and not do I got to work hard, not financially, not what kind of person do I got to be? Like, if I want a man to do that for me, what kind of woman do I got to be? Mm-hmm. To me, it always fall back on what I need to be doing right now.
And so that is a thin line between whether a standard can be too much or not. Because if you're living, now I'm not saying, oh, I want a rich nigga, I want a millionaire that's gonna do this. Like, it's certain things that people say that they're not living. That's what you gotta differentiate, because people when they hear, they gonna think that. you if you're not living in your truth behind it, then that's your standard is too high. Because if you know that you don't even hold the capacity, or you don't think that you're not prepared to ever hold the capacity to also have those things, then it's not equal. Like, you're saying that I want, but I'm not willing to do.
Yeah. You ain't even looking at yourself.
You're not even looking at yourself.
You ain't worried about what you got to do.
But if I say, oh, I want all of these. I want this type of man. I want a man. I'm also thinking about the other aspect. Like you said, what type of woman do I need to be to do that? What type of job do I need to have to do that? Then it doesn't make the standard high because you're willing to do whatever to get that.
Okay. That makes sense. Because I think a lot of people see things that they want, and even though they want it, since it's not something that they can tangibly attain within the next year or 6 months or even 3 months, because people don't even plan out that far. If they feel like it ain't in their bank account in the next 3 months, then that's a delusion. Like that's Delulu. Like you said, we live in Delulu land. Like that's something that ain't nobody doing. Like
no, it's being done. Whenever if I see things being done, and I think it goes back to that conversation we had about like
mindset.
Yeah. If I know that you might not been taught stuff, but some stuff I haven't been taught either. But if I'm scrolling on my TikTok, if I'm doing something and I see something and I know, for instance, a good example, the whole postpartum retreat thing for moms and how the husbands are paying for the moms to go to this like retreat, like resort for postpartum moms where the baby stay. They go and do yoga. They provide all of the meals. Like when you leave the hospital, you don't go home, you go here.
Yeah.
Or even if you go home, having a night nurse.
Yeah.
I never even knew that was a thing, to have a nice night nurse. I ain't grew up around nobody. Your mama came to your house when you had the baby. That was it. But now that I see that, I want that. Like, oh, that would be nice to have a person that shifts off with me and my husband, and we, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when you see something, it's not about like, oh, that's too high. Now, if you a woman and you like sleeping on a mattress in a shithole apartment, and you like, oh, I only fuck with rich niggas, I have high standard, and you laying on that pissy ass mattress, and you waiting on a nigga to come and take you up out of that situation,
right? But not doing what you need to be doing.
Exactly. That's, baby, you worried about the wrong thing. You worried about what a nigga got, but you don't have nothing.
Right,
like, you know what I'm saying? So that it has to make sense.
Right. I definitely agree with that, because, boy, if it's not a lot of people out here that don't know the difference between just wanting more better for your life and just demanding stuff that they see online. Yeah. Like, just saying, oh, they can do that. Oh, I want that. But they're like, again, they ain't even considered themselves. Like, it's so many people who do not consider themselves. It's not funny. But my next question is, do you think men respect the standards, or they just want the woman? Like, they just want the prize at the end of it?
I think they do. I think they respect the standards.
Okay.
And I always say this about men. If the woman was a green bean, that's what my husband always say. He was like, if such and such was a green bean, you wouldn't want her for real. Yeah. Like, if she really was that Dixie, dumb, couldn't really make nothing happen, really couldn't stand on her own type of woman, you really wouldn't want her. Like, you act like that's what you want out of a woman. Oh, I just want her to do whatever I say and don't do nothing. But if she really was that, you wouldn't want her. Right. So I think they respect the standards.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if that's what you wanted, you can get there. Because there are women that are around that, yes, sir. Well, listen to what you say. Like, yes.
No man at all. Yeah.
We'll listen to everything you say and do whatever you say. They won't have an opinion, an idea, or nothing like that. So I definitely agree. Is the less is more a lie we tell women to keep them small, to keep them modest?
I think yes, it is. It's a way that we keep women to only seeking the things that men desire. Or like, don't be loud, be a lady. Don't say that. Oh, me. Like, I think that everything is always male centered.
Don't wear that.
Don't wear that, because they gonna look. You gonna be around. Even like last night, like being around my husband and his friends. It was his friend's birthday, so of course I was. His friend is married, so his wife was there, and it was like another dude and his girlfriend and maybe like one other girl, but majority of it was men. Yeah, and I'm like, I heard a song and I wanted the da 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 da, but I'm like, I'm with my husband, and his friends. Like, I don't want to be the wife that throwing ass around a bunch of men. But God damn it, I like this song. Right.
So what? Because inner me wants to know what's wrong with that. Because like you said, God damn it, I like this song. I'm in a mood. I felt the way. Yeah. I want to get up and get into it. So like, what's really wrong with that? I mean, I know there's a time and place for everything.
It's a time and a place. And I think just me naturally, I know when to dial back. Like the way I might be at a house party doing, I mean not a house party, like how we had my party and we might be in there twerking. I'm not gonna be obviously in a circle of men just throwing my ass,
right.
All for 5 minutes long. I might do a little, something like this, something. Yeah,
performing, Don't go up there and perform.
I'm telling my age by this snapping though.
Don't go up there and perform.
Yeah, so I think it's just a time and a place, and that's a part of being a lady, and that's a part of knowing and having a certain standard and knowing what your spouse or your significant other, minds or don't minds. Because some men, they don't mind about, baby, throw it.
Yeah.
They behind it, that you know what I'm saying? But some men baby, sit down. You got to know who you dealing with too.
But as far as the keeping women small, I do think that society, not even just men, because women do it too. Mm-hmm. Society tries to play down women when they want to feel themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes some women, as hard as this is to believe, because like we just said, and we acknowledge that a lot of things that women do are male-centered. Mm-hmm. But there is that glimpse of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of a times where people just feel confidence.
It's more than that percent.
Okay, but I'm just giving because the people say it don't happen. But when people just feeling that confidence, I'm feeling like I look good. Like I heard that song that made me feel like, so.
And, yeah, I agree. I think it's more often than, I think it's less male-centered than people believe. Because if we think about the BBL allegations, the tummy tucks, the things, the getting your breasts done, we can say that that's male, we doing it for male attention, but a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, and I was in the industry, and even for myself, I'm not getting a tummy tuck for my nigga.
I don't think I'm getting not it because I want to look good. Exactly. I don't think a lot of women did that for that.
No, they didn't. I'm telling you, they didn't.
I don't. We have to look at ourselves in the mirror every day, and we are the ones that are the harshest on ourselves.
Yes.
And I'm just knowing it's not because because I'm telling you, my man will love it. I be trying to tell him, I said, I can't ask you no more because you just going to say, yeah, you like whatever I present.
Exactly.
So I'm not even going to ask you.
You fine with the fupa.
Yeah, you going to like whatever I present to you.
You fine with the titties to the knees. You fine.
Don't care. They don't care. So I don't know. I think maybe, I can't even say online is for men because I might have just felt myself at that time. I might have just
I'm being
felt
so
good.
Honest, y'all. When I pick up my phone and say for instance, after a podcast, because I do my makeup, this probably be the one time a week I do my makeup for real. Same. I literally be like, bitch, you look good. I'm not on here let me post for these niggas.
Yeah, never. No, me either.
I'm never doing that. So that's why I'm we keep on thinking oh, you doing this for me. I promise you it's not. 9 times out of 10, I promise you it's not.
It ain't.
It's
it
not
ain't never.
Man. Putting clothes on. Who you trying to look good for? People be like, who you trying? Myself.
I see so many people doing it. Them little New York interviews and people walk up and ask about their outfit and stuff. So many people, and especially it's this one person that specifically go around the older people who are just and there's so many old people who's I just love to feel good. I like to feel like I'm not waking up every day and feeling like I just have to live this life. I want to feel like I'm getting up doing something I want to do. Even if, getting dressed makes me feel like I want to go out. I want to be seen. I want to, be looked at. If I'm not feeling myself or not feeling, I don't want nobody to see me.
Right.
You don't want to be looked at. You don't want to be scrutinized for not putting on enough lip gloss this morning and not having your lashes done and not look like your eyes closed. You don't want to do that. But, back to the topic. For my last sip, I have a few questions. Is modesty overrated in this generation?
No.
No, people are still good with. I think so too. Maybe the younger girls probably don't see the value in it right now, but I do think that some of them are starting to get away from that raunchy. Because I think
that's the whole clean girl aesthetic. That's what
exactly.
They tired of being in the baby doll outfits and the.
I feel like from maybe about 2005. This is from when I know it to be, because I can't speak on nothing earlier than that. This is what from about 2005 to 2000 to up to now. No, because they've been dialing it back since COVID. So from about 2005 to 2020, I feel like that's when the raunchiness was like at an all-time high, especially in hip hop and just the things that people wanted to see, the outfits, the trends that were going around. But now, like you said, since COVID, I feel like a lot of people have been looking into self-awareness, self-help, just being more soft and like you said, the clean girl era. I think that's where that's coming from. But the modesty I don't think it's being left behind. I think now the girls are starting to get it, like,
and then it's
more so than the Lil' Kim era.
Yeah, people are also being able to see how you can look modest and still be a baddie.
Yeah, still be sexy, still cute, still look attractive, like
because modest is different. Modest now is different from what modest was before.
Right.
It's not turtleneck to your neck,
exactly.
No,
because people don't even do sexy good no more. I hate to say that. Like, I seen somebody share a photo shoot the other day and was like, "Ooh, they ate this up." They had on white crop tops, thongs, and knee-high boots. How did they eat that up? That shit was so weak. I was like, nothing is done here but their hair. Like, I don't see what is, like, I didn't get that. Like, I just feel like they don't.
Tasteless.
Yeah, they don't know what sexy is nowadays. Why do the rules never apply to certain women?
Which rules?
Like the rules of, I guess that question comes from, like, them saying the modest is the way to go. That's the way to get the men's respect. But you see it not applying to the Aries, the Jadas, or whatever. So do you think that can happen in your every average, like if I wanted to start dressing like an Ari?
Because it basically, the reason why the rules do apply to everybody. The only thing is that everybody, when we say everybody and the rule being applied, the rule is to carry a confidence. We keep on making it a look, a hairstyle, an outfit, when that's not it.
Right. Because regardless of what people thought, she's confident in what she has on or what she looks like.
When a man approach you, if you got something raunchy on and he approach you with the initial thought that, oh, I'm about to fuck, when he starts talking to you, that's going to determine whether he going to fuck or he going to have to stand on business to fuck or whatever the case may be. So it's what you hold once we get past the hairstyle to all of that. That's what matters. You get what I'm saying? That's what's going to be you either coming through the door or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hold no confidence, he probably going to, on the first night, he probably going to, run your pocket. He probably going to take you for what you got. He probably going to love bomb you. He probably going to do all the things.
Clarissa. Please wake up. Please wake up and don't fight me for this. Just wake up,
and it ain't gonna matter what
Fuck.
money you got, what hairstyle you got, if you got a turtleneck on, if you got a crop top on, if you got a see-through swimsuit on. It ain't gonna matter. None of that's gonna matter.
I agree. So lastly, is being too understanding why some women stay single? I think we already kind of like touched on this a little bit because like we just said about the Ori, my standard, if she got a standard of, I like big houses and niggas who like her, I understand. I might run across a nigga that I like and I understand, you had a hard life, you been to prison and all this other stuff.
That's why we get what we get and we gotta throw a fit.
But I can't stay with you. I do like you, but I can't stay with you because you ain't meet that little. Yeah. So yes, I do think that is leaving a lot of women single. I hate to break
or not even single, just in situationships, in
that too,
the wrong situation, or in
you believe too much,
or settling.
Yeah, you believe too much. You were too understanding. You had too much sympathy.
You understand every excuse he give you why he ain't married you.
Right,
you understand every excuse why he can't be a better daddy. You understand it, everything. You understand why he had to leave his job and he ain't kept a job in the last 6. You know what I'm saying? You understand everything, so.
But you just can't understand why you can't get that house.
Right.
You just can't understand why you can't get that car you've been needing.
I think being too understanding and not standing on what you truly desire out of life. Because when do him understanding you matters?
Exactly. And that was gonna be what I leave off with. Like, if I had to give a little piece of advice to a woman that was in a situationship or had been in one for too long, all that understanding or trying to understand what everybody else, put that out the window. Kind of like stick to your boundaries or what you find out what you like you said, stick to what you like and Make that happen. Apply that pressure. You know, if that's not what you feel like, that's not what this man gonna give to you, then hey, as much as you like him, you gotta say, I'm sorry. I like somebody else that will give me this, that will do this.
On TikTok, she talked about, she said, come to, you know how they do the videos. Come with me while I explain how I left the man that I thought was gonna be my husband, and this is that. And she went into the details about how he checked out all the boxes as far as, like, you know, he has a job, this is this, and then, but when she talked about the things that she seen herself having later on in life, he was okay with not having those things.
Yeah.
And she had to ask herself, will I be okay with
never getting
this stuff? And she said I wasn't. And, you know, as good as it wasn't about infidelity, cheating, or none of that. It wasn't what I wanted in my life.
I think the only boundary that we kind of put on that pedestal, like, that we should, is having kids. If a woman wants kids and a man don't, she'll leave them. Mm-hmm. But if you want a nice house and he don't, and he cool with staying in that trailer park, y'all say, you won't leave him then? That's what I'd be like, why we gotta lessen some of these things that, you know what I mean? Like, why can't all just be like that important? Everything is that important. It's all priority.
Yeah, especially if it's truly important to you. When you close your eyes at night and you think about it, and you go to sleep and you wake up again and you think about it, like, okay, that's how I kind of gauge sometimes when it's something important to me.
Because I dreamed the other night. I ain't gonna lie, I dreamed the other night. I woke up in what I thought was an empty house. But I noticed that my man would, like, in the dream was we was like moving. And I went outside and I seen the U-Haul and I was like, okay, I hopped in the U-Haul, we went to wherever. And then the next thing I know, we was in this big night. I'm saying, oh, okay, so this is something I really want. Yeah. Like, this is like, I could see myself doing this. Right. I didn't visioned it, dreamed it. Like, I can't let up on it. And if somebody do not want this and I'm with them, I can't, you know. If you cool with and I'm not saying that a modest lifestyle isn't cool, but if you cool with living in the country and a modest lifestyle, little 3-bedroom home, if I want a home in the country with acres and something we build up from a farmhouse and all this other stuff, we're not really aligning.
Right.
And, you know, just because
it's going to become a headache to you later on when I'm trying to do this.
Because just we compromise right now, we communicate good, have good sex, and ain't nobody cheating on nobody. We like each other, we laugh, we you know, we know how to work things out. That don't mean, like, my heart desires are any less. I can't dumb those down.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's what I would say to that. This has been another great episode, y'all. We're going to cut y'all off there. Make sure y'all are liking, subscribing, commenting.
Yes.
Come back next week for another cup of conversation. We'll fill y'all up again. Take y'all through there. See y'all.